I don't want it to be that I'm complaining about a penalty or that. It's not. It wasn't about that. I think my overall feeling at the moment is very, very pleased with the performance, to be honest with you. I say that lightly because obviously we've not got anything out the game. But the first half I thought we were brilliant. We're playing against a huge quality team here in Chelsea, and at any moment can really hurt teams, and I think you've seen that over the course of the season. I thought we was every bit we needed to be, a forceful team, showing intent about us, aggressive, be brave. Slight critical edge to us is that maybe them half chances we have in the first half, that maybe one falls to us or goes in, or the final little bit of detail. And in the second half, of course, that changes a little bit. And while, of course, in the perfect scenario and the perfect world that we all live in this current day, that you come in and you'd love to go, let's just replicate that for the next 45 minutes and it'll be an all-round great performance. That's not the case. There's a man that's 20 metres away in another change room with a group of players changing things, and the momentum of the game changed a little bit second half for sure. And I thought we dealt with that really well. We didn't let the game run away from us. We didn't make poor decisions, and before you know it, you're 2-3 down. And in the Premier League, if you're asking a team like us to go and score 3 or 4 goals every week to win or to get points, then that's going to be physically impossible. We stay in it with pure diligence. We then miss a biggish chance at that moment with Flem in terms of the chest, which could have took the game to 1-1. It's probably a different conversation we're having here, depending on how it ends. But overall, mate, I'm really pleased. And again, I need to reiterate, I say that lightly because, of course, we're disappointed. We are. But from the week we've had, the level of criticism at times I've put on this group this week, they reacted in a brilliant way, and I'm immensely pleased from.
Enzo Maresca was in here saying he expects the back five today. First time it went in the back four against the top side. How do you feel that went off in the first half?
Yeah, I thought it went really well, and there's risk to that. Of course, there is. There's a lot of hours on a laptop and in an office thinking, is this the right way? Because the level of player we're playing against and the level of team you're playing against, and decided to be a bit more brave of us to do that. And I thought it worked really, really well, to be honest with you. Look, they changed the way they went second half and obviously protected that a little bit more. And I think that was credit to us in the first half in terms of where we was exploiting them. So I was pleased with the way the back four went today.
Yeah, before their first goal, you could have had a penalty with the hand on the ball and the goal kick. What were your thoughts on that? What did the referee tell you?
To be honest with you, at the time I didn't even realise, I didn't even notice. So the ref or anyone was not in communication. I have just seen it back. Yeah, I mean, it does look like a penalty. I remember one last year being given I can't remember what game it was, but that's it, Tyrone Mings-Villa. That was it. Ball's live. Keeper's rolled it. You could tell by his next action that the ball's live. So if you're really looking at the detail of it, spots the ball, plays to the centre half, and then makes another angle because ball's in play. But look, I'm not sitting here being critical, but I suppose that is why we got VAR. But maybe I don't know whether it went to it. I don't know whether they looked at it. One of them things, mate.
In the second half, it was a lot of shuffling or wrestling in the box.
Yeah, they managed the game well, didn't they? I thought they managed the game really well and probably showed that. Again, the one in the box, I don't know why he's pulled it up. We're just let it go, like, as in don't blow your whistle. Bring the ball into play. If someone's fouling someone, just give the penalty. Obviously, the ref said that he blew the whistle before ball was live, so obviously it's not a penalty. But yeah, like I said, I don't want it to be that I'm complaining about a penalty or that. It's not. It wasn't about that.
Looking forward, obviously 3 straight defeats, so that can happen when you're playing Chelsea and Arsenal.
Of course.
But your job now to pick up the players.
I don't think it's to pick up the players, Matt. I honestly don't, mate. I I think last week definitely was, and I think we needed to be really critical and really honest with what we went about it this week, and we did that. I see a reaction. This is a team. This is at the start of this season. I tried to lay out an understanding of what this season may look like, and again, we've wanted to come here. We've played all the top 6 this year in the space of our first 11 games, practically, and of course, we came here wanting to get a result. We've not managed to do that, but we stay on track, mate. We stay really level. And we have a real understanding of how this season may look for us. 3 defeats and we'll dress it up. Of course, you guys will. It could be 3 defeats on a row. When are you going to get a result? It may be 4 defeats on a row. When are you going to get a result? We need to hit a certain target, and and that's exactly what we do. We need to keep improving, and we'll maintain to do that, mate. Cheers,
Scott, you mentioned being pleased with the performance despite not ultimately getting the result. Can I just ask what you feel about sort of how your defence coped with the different threats of the Chelsea strikers on the day? Obviously, they started with Delap, they brought a few on, and they had Troutbecker in that sort of area. How did you feel that your defence coped with that? Because it felt like they did quite well.
Yeah, I thought we managed that really, really well. And the level of quality of the player we're playing against, exactly that. Of course, in an ideal world, you like to lock that door, put a Chubb lock on it, and they get no chances, nothing. But you're playing against highly quality players. But I thought for large parts we managed it really, really well. And of course, the quality in certain moments, certainly the first goal was that. I can sit here and we can be really critical, and I'll get on a laptop in a couple of hours when I get back home, and I'll hit the space bar to pause it and say, well, we should be in this position, we should be in that position. The level of player, the ball is on the money, the runs are perfect. And of course, there's bits of detail that we need to improve on, but you're playing against high-level players that can execute at certain moments, and they were clinical. And yeah, that's where it was.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.